Victoria Broom, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
You are a reason to be joyful in yourself. It's so lovely to chat to you again. Do you have any ideas what I can do, and politely, with my teaspoon?
Put it in your tea?
No, it's hot water with lemon.
I'm not sure. Bend it.
Oh, like Uri Geller.
You know, like the...
His name was Uri Geller.
Yeah.
Did you ever try and do it?
Yeah, of course. I think everybody tried to do it, but where he was just staring at it and rubbing it.
I'm going to stare. The whole podcast, I'm going to stare at it. See if you can.
Brilliant.
Maybe you can make my spoon bend.
Maybe. I'll stare at it as well. Let's do that.
Oh, it's just bent. Who's going to know? Because look, if I do that, then it's noisy.
Oh,
not sounds.
There we go.
I'm going to put it there.
It. Yeah,
I'm putting it on the seat.
Yeah, token spoon. I like it.
Okay, what should we start with? I Jack Black, which isn't called I Jack Black.
No, I Jack Right.
But has Jack Black seen it?
I don't know. I would think so. Maybe.
It's so good.
It is good, right?
Well, when the very first time I interviewed you on the radio, I said on air, I Jack Black, and you didn't correct me. That's why I'm laughing about. No, it's I Jack Right.
I Jack Right.
So
yeah.
good.
It is, yeah.
And actually, everything. This isn't me being sycophantic. You know, when I talk to you, Cheaters, Marcella.
Yeah, good shows, right?
Oh,
I'm lucky. Yeah,
really good shows. And you were in Wonder Woman
1984. Oh my goodness! So I was a tiny part in that. But if there's any
but you were in
DC,
Wonder Woman.
I was, and with the original Wonder Woman, which, like, if there's any DC hardcore
Linda
fans,
Carter.
yeah, it's at the very end of the, when Marvel and DC do that kind of, here's a little treat for the fans. It was one of those scenes, and I didn't know, because you have to sign so many NDAs when you do something like that. So I had no idea what it was I was filming. I had no idea who I was filming with.
Ridiculous.
And then when I got there and I got to Warner Brothers, I was like,
sorry, rewind.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Oh yeah,
what do you mean you don't know what you're filming?
when you're doing like because it was a small role. When you're doing a small role like that, you guess, but you don't know until you get there. And then they go, okay, yes, so you are on Wonder Woman 1984, because the film had actually already been filmed. So this was a pickup because Patty Jenkins was like, I know, sounds
really confused.
Sounds random. So
Don't
you get
do an
the
audition?
scene. Yes, but the audition is a made-up audition. Made-up audition, made-up names.
Nobody ever told me this before?
Do you not know this?
No.
Oh, right, okay, of course you won't, because you're not right. So yeah,
Okay.
so basically, when you're doing something,
Take me through from the beginning. Your
Okay.
agent calls you.
yeah, so your agent calls you and has got, right, you've got an audition for something where you have to sign an NDA, and they're going to send over fake sides. And I'm
And
like,
the side is a
script. So the bit of the audition. And they're like, okay, so this is what you know about the character, but that might not be the character you're playing. And I'm like, okay, so this was years ago though, and I was like, okay. And they said, but we think it's for Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman. And I was like, right. Okay, so I had to go in with this made up script. Yeah, it's so weird, and actors' life is so strange. Made up script. And then they were like, they called my agent the next day, and they were like, yeah, she's nailed it. She's gone to network. They're happy. She's got the job. So,
But you don't know what job.
I didn't know what job at this stage. And they said, but it's something, it's something exciting. And I was like, okay. But then I was Googling it, and I was like, well, Wonder Woman's already finished filming. So I was like, okay, right. So then. They were like, okay, they've sent you the actual sides now, but the names were different. On the character names were different.
So was it Daphne or something?
Something like that, like
Okay.
Dave and Pete or something.
Okay.
And so then I turned up onto the Warner Brothers set, and I was like, okay, it's either Fast and Furious or I'm in like Wonder Woman. And then I went into the makeup trailer, Linda Carter, Gal Gadot, Patty Jenkins,
What, all
all
in
of
there?
us together.
No.
All of us together. And I went, so it's Wonder Woman then, right? Okay. And that was it. That's how I knew.
What was the conversation going on in the
Oh,
makeup
well, we
truck?
all started singing Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 because Linda Carter's a country and western singer, and so is her daughter, and her daughter was there. Honestly, Gabby, it was the most bizarre thing I've ever experienced, but wonderful. So we all just started singing 9 to 5. It was great.
You sung 9 to 5 with the two Wonder Women.
Two Wonder Women and Patty Jenkins, an Oscar-winning director, yeah, on the Warner Brothers set.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Isn't it?
And then were you not allowed to tell anybody that had happened?
No.
Until it came out?
No, yeah. And it was only, and I didn't even say anything about it because it came out during COVID. So I was gutted because I was like, well, that would have been a nice premiere to go to, you know. So I was absolutely gutted. So it came out during COVID, and that's when all the cinemas were closing down. So honestly, it was the most Hollywood experience ever. But the fact that we were all just sitting there, Linda Carter was in a robe, just looking very gorgeous and glamorous. Gal Gadot, who's gorgeous and glamorous. Patty Jenkins, who's gorgeous and glamorous. And we were all just sitting there.
And you as well.
Well, and then we were all just sitting there. And honestly, it was the most random, fabulous memory I will have.
Who started singing first?
Oh, it was Linda Carter.
Linda
and her daughter, yeah. And because she was saying she's in the UK. The reason this came about is because she was in the UK. So Patty Jenkins was like, right, we need to add something in here. And so it was, because the film had been finished. So they added this in.
This is the added bit at the end.
The added bit at the end, yeah. If you've not watched it, watch it, guys, because it is pretty special.
I don't know how any of your future stories in this episode are going to top that.
I know, right? Yeah.
Is that
9
the top
to 5?
Of the top?
That is, yeah. When people say to me, what is one of your, like, most memorable moments on set, I can't really beat that.
No, you can't. Well, it's been lovely having you on. Thank you so much,
Thanks
Victoria.
so much.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Okay, let's talk about you. Not just. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to get that picture out of my head.
Yeah.
By the way, what did you not get to do the turn with them?
Oh no, but she did do it. Linda Carter did do it. Yes. Yeah, in the makeup trailer. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that was the first time Gal had met her as well. So it was like a big deal. Yeah, it was a massive deal. It was amazing.
Did you sing Wonder Woman? And she did it.
No, I should have done
That's
that.
What you're. Sorry, we'll leave that now. And park that. I think that might be the bit that we put out on socials because that was such a good story.
Great, right?
Okay, so let's go back to you. Jack Wright.
Yes.
Huge success. As long as everything else that you do, huge successes.
Right? Yeah. I think that's a good thing.
I hope you feel very proud about Jack Wright.
I do. It's such. I mean. So Chris Lang, who's the writer of the show,
Brilliant writer.
Right?
Brilliant writer.
So anything he creates is just wonderful. And so when I read that script, I was like, okay, this is a good show. And then when we were filming it, I was like, okay, this is a good show. And then I've seen it and I'm like, oh yes, it's a good show.
Oh, that's so good.
So it's such a nice feeling. And then in episode 6, so there are 6 episodes of the series, and in episode 6, there's a really nice moment that I have, which I'm really, really proud of. It's like, it's such a great episode. Every episode is great, but it's just, there's so much left, like, unsaid. It's just great.
So does that mean there's another season?
Who knows? Hopefully. We need the viewing figures, but hopefully. I think Chris Lang's mind has got many other seasons, but it's all about as I'm sure you know, it's all about how well it does. And the reviews are amazing.
I was just about to say, I hope that people read the reviews. I hope you do. It's difficult because the reviews are incredible for this.
Yeah.
But I also always tell every performer, don't read the reviews, because if you believe the good, then you believe the bad, and you mustn't believe the bad.
Yeah, I don't really read reviews. I think I learned from such a young age.
Very good.
Yeah, great. I mean, I did see that we're like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and apparently that's really good. So, so I'm really chuffed with it. And when I watched the first episode with the cast and crew screening, I think all of us just let out a we all knew that it was going to be a really good show. Yeah.
So is that how you choose? When you get a script and your agent calls you up, not Wonder Woman, that's a whole different world.
Different, right?
But when you get a script through, do you take that moment that you just, within the first few lines, you get the prickles on the back of your neck, you think, this is one.
Yeah. I've had that with Cheetahs and Marcella.
Really?
Well. Yeah.
The three that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, Marcella was, that kind of changed the landscape of my career, really. Yeah. Like, that was so that I will always have that as like a a place in my heart because I learned so much on that set, and it was the biggest show that I'd ever done at the time. And working with the likes of like Anna Friel and Victoria Smurfit, and Victoria Smurfit is a good friend, and it's, you know,
She's been on this podcast, and can we both say we love her?
we do love
We
her.
love-
And she's an amazing actress. She's an actress that she isn't just amazing. I mean, she is amazing, but she isn't just amazing. She's such a giving actor. So she gives a lot in the scene to the other actor, and I really appreciated that. I don't think I've ever told her that, so I really appreciated that.
We'll tell her.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
tell her.
thanks.
You said it because you won't want to ring her up and say that.
I really appreciate you.
But it was a huge show and a massive success again. But it was one of those shows that everybody was talking about. It was really bizarre. You know, wherever there are certain shows that happens to, Cheaters.
Yeah.
The show we're talking about, and I, Jack Wright. And, you know, there's a few shows that happen and everybody's, there's this sort of whispers in court, not secretly,
Yeah.
but it's sort of, oh, yeah, have you seen it? Oh, why haven't you seen it? Have
Yeah.
you not seen it yet? It's those, and those shows have all been like that.
I'm hoping that's the case with I, Jack Wright. I think it is.
It is.
I think people are going, have you seen that show? Have you seen that show? Yeah, I'm hoping they are, because it is such a good show.
It really is.
The cast are amazing. You know, Nikia Mukabird and John Sim, who lead the series, are just so incredible in this show. Like, they're amazing actors anyway, but like, it really is such an ensemble piece with some like hardcore talent. It's such a privilege to be part of that show.
But Cheaters was another one that was,
Right.
how good was that?
Yeah, that.
That's so many years ago, but I thought it was about 2 years ago.
No, I know. I think it's because the second season came out, but the first season, it took a while for that to come out, you know, because we were filming it pre-COVID, and then COVID hit. And I remember being on set and them telling us we wouldn't be able to come back the next day.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We were on set, and then they said, right, we're shutting down. Like, don't come in tomorrow. We'll let you know. And then that was in March, and then we didn't pick it back up again until November.
Wow.
So we'd all changed slightly, put on a bit of weight, like our hair, you know, no one had a haircut. So we'd all changed slightly from when we'd filmed you know.
Isn't it weird when we talk? It's very odd. I came from doing the TV show this morning, and somebody was talking about it on air, and it was really weird. We all feel like we're talking about something that sort of now is like a weird cheese dream. That
Right.
it didn't really happen, but
Yeah.
it did happen. We know it did, and there were some awful things off the back of it. We lost people that we know and love, but it's sort of odd. When you said that, I sort of had to go do the same
Yeah.
thing where I twist my head and go, oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, like we lost, like, you know, a couple of years
Yeah, we
like
did.
with that. And there was some, it was an awful time. But what I remember was taking my neighbour milk. And in London, you don't really talk to
You
your
don't know your
neighbours.
neighbours.
You don't know who they are. You know, you're living next to people for years and you don't know who they are. And we had, like, there were elderly people on the street, and I used to, you know, the shopping used to come in and I was washing it. You
Yes,
know, that
we
type
did,
of
wiping it
like,
down.
wiping it down, you know, and not leave it on the doorstep, you know, that type of stuff. But then taking it around and, you know, having a WhatsApp group with your neighbours and things like that. And that's kind of gone again.
Has it? It
Do you
hasn't
not
remained.
Do you not think? Well, I
Ours
mean,
has
I've
sort of carried
moved,
on.
but oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. But I feel like London is still like, no, they've kind of forgotten about it and it's moved on. You
It's
know, do
very
you remember when
strange.
you couldn't even sit on a bench?
Yeah. I remember it well. And
There's tapes
it
around
was extra. I was very lucky because I was working every day. I was doing radio every day. And I remember walking through London, walking 9 miles. I used to walk 9 miles to work. And there was one day where I saw 2 people. That was it.
Yeah.
In 9 miles.
I mean, that's,
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So yes, you stopped filming for 7 months.
Yeah, and then we picked it back up again, and then it took, I think, a year and a half, maybe even longer for it to actually come out. Like, it took a while, and then
That was such a good
Yeah.
show. Can we have more?
I mean, I don't know.
Can you speak to them?
I should call them. Yeah,
But you're also, come on, you're not, and I'm using this as a simplistic way of saying it. You're not just an actor. You're a creator as well, aren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. I think I like to be. I think that every actor has it in them to create something. It's part of our DNA, what we do and who we are. So we all have our own. But I think everybody can create something. I think everybody's got it in them. Everybody's got a unique experience in life. We're all unique. We've all got different experiences. And we're the only ones that live the life that we live. And I think everybody can write that out.
So
whether it's a good or not.
Is that where you want to go? Do you want to do more writing, directing, all of that stuff as a performer? As an actor, I don't want to. You're a performer. You're a creator.
Yeah.
But is that where you see the next steps going?
No. No.
Because you're an influential. Aren't you in the top one? No. Well, you're the top.
Oh, an influential gay.
You're an influential gay. So as an influential gay, I'm not being. I mean, you actually are listed as.
Yes.
Why, are you in the top 50?
No,
top 20?
I have been in the. I've been in the top 20. I think I've been in the top 10. But no,
Top
I'm in.
10.
I'm in the. Currently, I'm in the top 100.
In the world?
No, in the UK.
No, in the world.
In the world.
In the world. But if with your influence and with all because I always get that you're thinking of ideas and everything. Can you imagine what you could go and create? Because you're now a top 100 influence.
Yeah.
Influential.
I mean, I don't ever do. So it's funny, right, when I talk about that, because it's like I've never known a world away from just being my authentic self, which is lovely. Which is
wonderful for an actor.
Yeah,
to say that,
right? And it's like I've never known a world out of that. So to have like accolades and things like that, it's not something that I ever thought of. It's not something that you look
don't strive for it, do you?
No, it's not like a. It just is that, and I talk very passionately about quite a lot of things. It's, and one is lesbian visibility and queer female representation within the media, and it's like. I just do it because that's just what I'm passionate about.
But you should go and write all of these things, all of this passion that you have, because you're very passionate about what you do. You're passionate about the industry for all the right reasons.
Yeah.
It's all not frippery and overexcitement. It's just, you should write this.
Yeah.
You should write a drama. You'd make a brilliant drama writer.
I think it's such a skill, though, isn't it? And I think writing
speak to Chris Lang. He can give you some
I
tips.
should. Yeah, it's such a skill to create. Because I've been in this industry a long time, and I've read some bad scripts.
What do you do when you get a bad script?
I'm very lucky at the moment that I don't actually get bad scripts at the moment, which is really nice. So there's a lot of really good scripts out there. But in the past, I've had some bad scripts, and you kind of, you just have to just kindly decline.
But isn't that the strongest thing, is to say no? Everyone says it's one of the most empowering things. Yeah,
it does make you, but then, you've got to value your worth, I think, as an individual and as a performer and as an actor. And you just have to go, that doesn't really connect with me.
That's so great. Because I know many actors who, it's tough
for people to say
industry.
no sometimes in the creative world, and something that people are so passionate about. It is tough to say no sometimes, because they're like, well, when's the next job going to be? Things like that. But actually, you just have to take a step back and trust your own ability, and trust that, you've earned your stripes, and but thank you.
For did it something you always wanted to do when you were little? Did you say, I want to be an actor?
No, so it's weird because I don't. So I've been asked this question a lot recently.
Oh, sorry, actually.
No, I like
Ignore it.
No, I like it. So it's I don't know life without it. Like, I know that sounds really, but I don't. Like, when I was 3 or 4, I was performing in talent contests on our annual holidays to either Blackpool or Clarick Bay in Wales.
What did you perform?
Like Daisy when I was 3, or Daisy, that one, that one. So I used to do that when I was like 3 or 4, and then I used to put on like accents and pretend to be like, just from a really young age. I was tiny, so I've always done it. I've always wanted to do it. I've done a lot of different mediums. So I started off in theatre, and I was like, I want to do classical theatre, And then when I was starting out, you didn't really swap over. You always stayed in your, theatre actors did theatre, TV actors did TV, film actors, and now it's very different landscape. So I've navigated it really well, and I kind of fell into television. Well, I didn't fall into television. I worked very hard to get into television. And then I've just worked kind of in TV, and I just love the medium. They're so different. It's so different to theatre. But I'll always love theatre.
But you'll still do both.
Yeah. Like, I loved classical theatre. I did a lot of classical theatre. I did a lot of Shakespeare, and I learnt a lot from it. So, yeah, I'll always do both.
And it's the worst question. We have some mutual actor and performer and creative friends who they always say the worst question, and so I never ask it.
Are you going to ask it now, though?
No, I'm not going to. No. Is always, oh, do you know what's coming next? I get it. I can't bear it because people say it to me.
Yeah.
And I just say, please don't ask me that.
Yeah, it's a bit like, oh.
But there's this thing about being a performer, I'm going to use that word, an entertainer, whatever, that people always ask us that. And it's sort of just go, please don't ask that.
Yeah, because it's also, a lot of the time as well, it just kind of gets a bit awkward, because a lot of the time as well, you can't really say anything. Yeah. You have no idea. But then you also can't really say anything if you do have an idea, or if you've signed an NDA, like Wonder Woman, for example. You don't know. I actually don't know. I was honestly, anyway, it was so random.
But also, if you use the line, yes, but I can't tell you, then people think, oh, she's making it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they're like, what?
Let's talk about something that you feel really passionate about, Bloody Good Period,
yes,
the charity.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted you to talk about this, and so for people who don't know about it, please share, and let's see if more people can get involved.
So Bloody Good Period is a charity that's based in the UK that is bringing awareness of period poverty. Now, people that don't know what period poverty is, it's people that can't afford to buy or to have access to menstruating products. So, so they're trying to break the stigma away from periods, and also kind of educate about periods and, the different types of periods that menstruating people have. And it's such an important charity, because what people don't seem to realise is period poverty is a thing in the UK. Like, people can't afford or don't have access to period products in this country. And they don't believe it, because they're like, no, it's United Kingdom, no. But no, it's a thing. So
but it's massive. I mean,
it's a massive thing.
There are girls who are going to school just with bits
rags,
of material.
Paper. So tissue paper is one of the most common, or old socks. So tissue paper, old socks.
This is 2025.
Yeah. And it's...
I'm being teased.
It's being teased, and there's such a stigma around periods. And so I talk about periods all the time, because I've always suffered from really heavy, severely painful periods. So I'm like, I want to talk about it, So when I met the charity, I met them at a Bloody Good brunch. So they were doing like a fundraising where you bring in period products, or you raise money, or anything like that. And they do comedy nights as well. So do check them out on their website. So it's Bloody Good Period. And they do a comedy night. And the comedy night, and it's once a year, is so much fun. So Jen Barista is usually the MC, who is amazing, who loves to talk about periods. And so it's a very kind of female heavy lineup, and everyone is just so passionate, and they do it for free.
Men are there
come and
too.
support, absolutely, because also they're learning about it as well, because everyone's got a mother or a sister or a wife, or there's always going to be a woman in someone's life, and it's we need to talk about it, because also, it's a natural thing, and it's like, why are these products? They should be available in schools. Not every school has been granted free period products, and it's just like, how.
It should be in all schools.
It should be everywhere.
The fact that lots of places that I work, they have them in the loos.
Yeah.
And they're shared loos.
Yeah.
the men and women, their shared loos, which I think personally I'm all for.
Yeah.
But we should have it in every school.
Yeah. Every school, every supermarket. So what's amazing at the moment is...
This should be brought down in price as well.
Yeah, well, I don't even think we should be paying for them, to be honest.
Great.
It's a natural thing. So, like, Aldi have partnered with Bloody Good Period at the moment. I love an Aldi. So Aldi have partnered with Bloody Good Period at the moment and are providing free period products. Yeah, so free period products in all of their stores. And they are also donating to everybody.
People.
Everybody to everybody. So if you're shopping in Aldi, they're available in the toilets. So for customers.
Not to buy off the shelves.
No, for customers. So they're free for customers to use in toilets. So which is amazing.
Yeah.
But also they're giving period products to Bloody Good Period for them to distribute.
I've just got goosebumps from that. Thank you, Aldi.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And I love an Aldi. So
No, but everybody else follows suit. Come on.
Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Lots of the
they should all be
supermarkets
doing
do a lot for charity, which is great.
Yeah.
Let's all have those.
But just put the period products in the toilets, for people that need them. And a lot of people need them. So
what a great thing to hear.
Right.
Oh, thank you for sharing that.
No worries.
Now, I also, the Stroke Association, I know that's something that you talk about as well.
Yeah, so the Stroke Association I get involved with because my gran, who was just a mentor to me, she was amazing, Gil. So my gran died of a stroke and she suffered from a stroke 3 years before she died. And as a family, we didn't know anything about stroke. So I reached out to them to get more information for my family, because it's not, the Stroke Association isn't just about the person that's had a stroke. It's actually how the family and how loved ones can help that person, because what people don't realise about stroke is they see all of this stuff on the adverts or whatever, that it's a physical thing. Like you can sit, but it's actually, depression is a major, major thing post-stroke that they really try. They're trying to do so much research. So I just help them out by kind of spreading the word, raising money, but also they do every year. They do like about depression, and I wanted to get involved with it and kind of help host the event because the depression was such a massive thing for my
your
gran.
grandmother.
Yeah, that we didn't realise, we didn't know. And she went from being somebody that was just so incredibly healthy, lively, like always wanting to learn, always watching Eggheads. Do you remember Eggheads?
Yeah.
Like always watching Eggheads, always answering the questions before any of them, to just being really down. And the fact that she couldn't walk. Yeah, it was an awful time. And then she did eventually have a stroke 3 years later and died.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it was a horrible time for my family.
But
so that's why I will always talk about it, because it doesn't just affect the elderly, it affects so many people. And there has been more awareness around it, because I think there was a footballer that suffered from a stroke. So there's been a lot more awareness around it. But yeah, we need to figure out why and how it can be stopped if it can, and things like that. So yeah,
you're a really good person,
Thank you.
But
I try to be.
But your energy is infectious.
Thank you. I try to just, I try to be. Kindness is free,
I could not agree more. But you're going to make a difference in the world. I like talking to people who are going to make a difference. And not only are you going to make it, you want to make a difference.
Yeah. Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. That means a lot to me, Gabby. Thank you.
Gabby Roslin.